have just been tuned into the Street Session with your boy Firahs and
Joe MK. My name's Joe MK, live and direct with the Street Sessions. Right now with Kenneth Whalum, just came from an intimate live performance. Usually there'll be a visual element to this, but I'm just looking at the floor trying to, you know what I'm saying, keep it natural. But how you doing, Kenneth?
I'm doing good, man. Feeling good. You caught me at the right time, bro.
Okay, yeah.
You know? Yeah.
Yeah, literally, because like I don't like, you know, it disturbing, you know, the flow of things when, you know, there's interaction and stuff. So I was just waiting in the background. Obviously, you thought I was annoyed or something, but I wasn't. Like, if you're not in a rush, I'm not in a rush at all. So it's all good. But yeah, I really enjoyed the performance. Like I said earlier, you've just earned yourself a new fan. Okay, so this was the first time I've ever heard your music. Obviously, I was told by my co-host about you. The thing is, what I like to do is I don't like to research people beforehand because I like that sort of elements of surprise when I'm doing interviews and stuff. So one thing you said at first was your upbringing in church. How did that sort of influence your music, and just tell us about that?
You know what? I just was always around it, you know, and my uncle was a musician too, so it kind of like always lended itself to, you know, just being possible to me, you know.
Yeah.
Like it never seemed like unrealistic for me to just be a musician and really like fall back or lean on like things that, you know, were more traditional ways of like, you know, going about career or like going about life, you know what I'm saying? So that was really more it, you know, it just gave me the opportunity. You know, a lot of kids have like garages and they have like garage bands and shit.
Sure, yeah.
But I just was able to like go play at church and like really just get comfortable with like being creative like with other people and in front of crowds and stuff like that, you know.
Cool. And you said your uncle was a musician. Was he a vocalist or did he play any instruments or?
Yeah, he's a saxophonist.
Okay.
He played with like Whitney Houston and like when I was a kid.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah, he was like he played like the solo on "I Will Always Love You" and like all these different tours and songs, you know. So like it's like I tell people if like your uncle is a fireman or if your dad was a fireman, you would see that as just normal, you know.
Sure. Yeah.
Like my close person was like a touring musician, so I just saw it as possible, you know.
Okay, that's nice. That's nice. And is this one of the first times you've performed live with Laura Roy as well as a supporting act, or?
Yeah.
He's looking.
Yeah. I just met Laura in person today, but she's like I've known her through social media and different things. You know, she's such an amazing voice. Like her writing style is like right in line with the things that I like my taste.
Yeah.
So she really did a great job, and like, I was like so locked in with her and like what she was like, presenting. You know what I'm saying? So she set the mood properly for sure.
Yeah. And you said that she got you in the mood to perform and stuff. So does that mean it's gonna be the same sort of lineup in the future, or?
Well, you know what? I think, you know, she has huge things ahead of her as well, obviously. So, you know, I probably won't, you know, get a chance to get her again, but because she's on a trajectory as well. But, you know, like I always am excited to hear people who are presenting things that are just genuine to them, you know, and just very unique, you know, and she's unique. She's like has a gift that I truly like respect and appreciate, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
Cool. And your upbringing, where from the States are you from?
I was born and raised in Memphis, Tennessee. You know, B.B. King, I mean, Elvis, you know. Actually, B.B. King may not be from Memphis, but, you know, the blues, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, church and blues was, like, really big. Some of my earlier gigs were, like, Isaac Hayes, Al Green, and that was when I was just playing sax. You know, but then I moved to Atlanta, then I moved to New York, you know.
Okay. So Memphis, Tennessee, that explains your uncle playing the sax then.
Exactly.
And I overheard your conversation with one of the people earlier is that London was one of your top cities for your streaming.
It's the top, yeah.
How do you know why that's the case?
You know what? I don't know. I wouldn't be able to put it into words, but I can put it into feeling. You know, I feel comfortable here. I feel as though I'm understood. The approach is like accepted and respected here. And not that it's not respected and appreciated other places. It's just, you know, a really unique blend of sound, approach, mood, reverence, respect in the music. You know, things like that. You know, yeah.
Would you say then you have any collaborations with any UK artists anytime soon, or are you looking into that?
You know what? I hope so. You know what I mean? Like, you know, my goal is to just always be available to like be used, you know what I'm saying, like by the spirit, you know what I mean? So like, you know, when it hits, that's just the only way I make music, you know what I'm saying? Like when it hits, I make music. Seems to be like that this is like a setting where that is like a breeding ground for like more stuff. So yeah, obviously like I'm just trying to, you know, I came here, I paid to be here.
Okay,
You know,
okay.
like, you know, I came here to just to see the people and feel the people, be inspired, you know. So
That's dope. That's dope. That's dope. And obviously, you said last time you were here was just before the pandemic. Funny enough, just before the pandemic, I was in New York. So yeah.
came back, right.
So what were the sort of plans that fell through because of the pandemic?
Not really any. You know, a lot of the show
enough,
stuff slowed down just because people weren't moving around. But I put out some of my best music during the pandemic.
Okay, yeah.
Put
'Cause
out-
you had the time and stuff like that. Yeah.
Well, yeah, it's just, you know, all I know is to work. You know, sometimes things will slow down just for you to be able to execute. So I feel like that's what it was. You know, I made the best of like my time. You know, that's it.
It's a blessing in disguise. And one of the last questions I'll ask is, obviously, like I said, this is the first time I've ever heard your music. And what I've sort of noticed is the music that you make sounds perfect to live. So when you're in the studio cooking up, do you have that in mind where it's not only just you want people to hear it nicely in the headphones or the speakers, but live as well? Do you have that like one of the main focuses when you're producing?
Well, yeah, because music is boring to me, you know, in just in a sense of it being music.
Yeah.
You know, I would rather hear your personal experience through notes or through chords, you know, like, so as a musician, I've done all the music, you know, I worked with everybody. I've like been in every musical setting. You know, I don't really get hyped up about who it is or like, you know, anything musical. I get hyped up about how honest you're being. So, you know, that's really my whole goal. I wouldn't make music if I couldn't be honest. That's why I don't play the saxophone. You know, I mean, I play it sometimes, but only when I feel like it. That's the point, you know what I'm saying? So it just kind of makes sense for me to just be straight up and just be genuine and honest through what I'm doing. You know?
And that is dope. And that right there is Kenneth Whalum. This is the moment in the interview where you can do any shout outs or anything that you're working on at the moment, or anything coming up, or any other shows that you have.
Yo, I want to give a shout out to my manager Key. I want to just say, you know, I have a lot of new music I'm working on. My socials are all at Kenneth Whalum. And you know, we're just working on a lot of beautiful things that are really heartfelt and like, you know, from a place of just wanting people to get the most of what they can get from us, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, we're working on it, man. It's coming for sure.
All right, you heard it here first. Listen, after listening to this music, I might have to call my ex or something. I don't know.
Been tuned into the Streets Session with your boy Firahs and
Joe MK.
Why is this the name of our show, bro?
Because we're the hottest in the streets.
Catch us online, on the go, and on the FM.
Okay, let's go.